Last game coming out of Europe today. Match number 6. Don't forget, at home, Tixi and Kinstar have the most eliminations with 11. So if no one gets more eliminations than them, Cypher,
they walk away with $25,000, and they secured that in just the first game of the day.
Can you imagine if they walk away with the 25K? They're like, hey, doesn't matter what happened, we put on the best show, and after game 1, we locked in 25K. That'd be game-changing. But we'll see how things unfold. The bus coming in down from Shifty Shafts up toward Lazy Links.
Now, it's the last game of the day. Do you think a lot more people are going to land Tilted? I think we might see some more teams say, hey, Tilted is it's a hot spot. This is the last game of the day. Maybe we can get the elims we need to get the most elims in the game by landing Tilted. So we'll see.
It seems like a little cluster of people there might be heading toward Tilted. I hope that's the case. You see some people heading up toward Pleasant, potentially Haunted Hills, even Junction. Risky Reels is going to see action as well. Okay, so there is a duo heading toward Lazy. I was about to say, is no one going to land Lazy Links? That's interesting, but
seems to be always two teams contesting the floating island. It's never uncontested because you can get a good amount of materials from there, and you can rotate pretty much anywhere you want.
Yeah. And now Ian coming down to Paradise Palms, Pueblo. No one at Racetrack just yet, but this is it, man. So no one landed at Junction. We see two duos landing on top of the Haunted Mansion up on Haunted Hill. Now we're at Tilted Towers. Looks like 3 duos have landed here. And Midra has already eliminated a player. Method Rasmussen, Hex, and Reflection go down. And look at this at Motel.
Here on Beehive taking on Kivo and Augustin. And there is a rift there. They are playing aggressive, but Augustin just got hit. It almost seemed like Augustin did not know they were there. He was running straight at them, not building, and they popped out from behind that roof and took him down. It's very unfortunate. I really did think that. You see, that's why in that early game, playing very passive, you might not just get the jump on them. They might not even know you're there.
Oh, wasn't
Two
enough.
Easy limbs right there for Jarl and Beehive, just for playing a little bit slower, a little bit more patient. Good on them.
And that's how you want to start, man. Just pick up one duo. And that means if you can pick off another duo, you've got a point that hits the board, and then you just continue that trend. But look at the Haunted Castle. There's a chest down there. Just pop down. No, it's okay. Go down.
I think he just wants to stay up here for now. These 2 SMGs. It's not good that he's carrying 2 because longer range, they're not going to be that effective. Seems to be some nades coming in. Is that Vitali and them throwing the nades? Such a tough angle if that's them.
Yeah,
he got some good hits, and now he's dropping down because he knows that he's weak.
Oh!
That burst rifle shot straight to the face. I think that was 2 headshots.
Just double dinks, man. And now he's pushing in on
M11
M11
with the bursts. He's trying to hit those shots.
It's a 1v1. He's trying to get him.
Hit him once. He's hit him one more time.
It wasn't
close.
Enough.
So close.
And now, look, they didn't even secure Rennick, so M11 is going to just be able to pick him up, and they'll go about their way.
The burst rifle is just not that good in close range combat, especially if you miss, because there's that delay between the shots. At least with a regular AR, you can hold down the left click and just keep spraying. But with the burst, you miss those shots, you're just standing there waiting for the next shot to come up. Unfortunately, he landed some, but it's not enough.
Now they're looking to close in on SSK and Jam side.
And now you see how they're preemptively just putting all these pyramids down and make it harder for them to break those roofs, and then they're gonna rotate out into another building. They should hear them rotating. High ground attempt from VP.
They're not letting them. They're like, nope, nice try, friend. Now
where did Neither of these duos have enough materials to really contest?
Oh, Jamside's up top. He takes down Nox. So they split the attention of this duo.
This is the second time that we've seen a duo on the roof get beat by the duo that is inside the building because they were so confident that these guys weren't going to go for the high ground, and then they just took them by surprise. Took the high ground and eliminated them. We saw the same thing happen last game with Keenstar and Tixi. They took on another duo like that. So you do got to be careful. Just because they're playing passive like that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have the resources to take the high ground or the shields to beat you.
We just saw one of those eliminations was Tyovsky. I believe the Kingwin duo might be out. I will confirm for you in just a moment. But Thorben with
launcher
the quad launcher. Let's
he just took him. Did he take him out? He looked like he did some serious damage there. He's got some minis now. There's another quad launcher there. Now they're both him and his partner have one.
So it looks like Kingwin, Heisel, and Tyovsky are down. The front runners cannot accrue any more points, so now it's up to everyone else. Let's see if they can maintain after this game, but
let's hope that 3-point lead was enough.
He takes down 5 skill. And now Incline and Marijuana, they're chilling in Tilted Towers. There's a half shield right there.
Got a good amount of health. Shields, can't fire, high ground. They can't really get knocked down too easily from here because they're sitting on top of the big center building. Gonna put some pressure on that duo coming in. But, you know, there was 3 duos that landed here. And there's still 3. I think one of them went down and then another team rotated in.
Yep.
It's very slow pace in Tilted just because there's not a lot of openings. There's a lot of cover, so people are playing a lot more safe. You don't want to walk around the wrong corner and then get caught off guard.
Utilizing that grappler to reclaim the high ground. He sees a player or 2 down below that duo team. And Incline is just trying to track down. He knows. Oh, Marijuana with the shockwave. Okay.
No, he just wanted to.
He tried to get up top.
Back up with his partner because he used the grapplers to get up there.
Yep.
Marijuana said, "Okay, I don't have a grappler, but I have a shockwave."
Shockwave.
Wait, does he use?
Let me not use this to rotate. Let me just use this to get back to you.
All right, so Uncle Brox and Jules, they're going to be farming inside here, and you can actually get a good amount of brick from this building. Instead of just sitting here, just waiting, you might as well farm and get your resources up. They know there's a team on top of them. They know there's a team in the apartments across the southwest from them. But they're going to try to not be useless while they're here and try to potentially get the resources they need to come out of this alive. Oh, no. Incline looks like he's coming down. He's coming down to meet him.
He's trying.
He knows they're there. Where is his partner? Is he coming down by himself? No, I think his partner might be taking a different angle.
I mean, Marijuana's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, there he is. He's just right behind him. He just edits the roof back down. He's like, no. Never mind. No.
So Marijuana's actually trying to make sure that these guys don't build up the side. So he's on top of him, and he's just kind of looking around, making sure that they don't try to make a sneaky play on building on the side. Because we've seen a lot of teams try to push a team that's inside a building and then end up... Oh, he's got the minigun! He should be able to put a lot of pressure on them with them, but I think they're dropping down even lower into the building.
Yeah, I believe you heard them, and look, he's zooms in here on this team here. But the other duo actually dropped down, like you're saying, and that's why he just, like, disengaged. You see, they've made their way out.
Yep, and they're trying to escape.
I think Incline just took fall damage.
Oh, he just shockwaved back up the top. He baited them into going down. Now he has the high ground. Will this be enough? At this range, the minigun is just not as useful. Wow, the pressure coming in.
Jules hops back down, and he takes down Incline. Marijuana's left to fend for himself.
Skyer and his teammate are now sitting on top of the brick apartments with the high ground, trying to third party this fight. That was so well played. He baited them into going down, and then he used a shockwave to take the high ground back and get that elimination. Marijuana is still alive. Jules and his partner are going to go and huddle up in that other brick building, but the storm is closing, and they do have to move very, very soon.
Someone's on a quad crasher.
We hear it.
I love it. It must be those 2 duos near Loot Lake that are moving very quickly. You love to see it.
They're trying to rotate out of the storm.
But now here's the thing, man. Sky and Skyart have to make a decision. Do they make this rotation early? Do they stay and fight this?
It looks like they're going for the fight. Sky taking some damage right there, but it looks like they're going for the fight, and they kind of have to. It's very hard to make a rotation out of Tilted with people still here, because you go down that hill near Loot Lake, and then you got people behind you shooting at you potentially. So I think what they want to do, they still have about like 45 seconds before this thing starts to close. So they want to. Actually, the storm stopped closing, so the storm wasn't actually going to engulf them. They still have time, and they're not too far away from the next circle, so they'll go for the elims. They have the number advantage, and they have the health advantage, and I think they know that too. Skyer not so much anymore. I think he just got hit a couple times.
Ooh, that hurts.
Great laser. He's going to try to go finish this.
He tried to use that jump pad, and he gets punished for it. Marijuana gets cracked.
Jules and Marijuana are not on the same team, and now they just met. Marijuana goes down to Jules, and Sky finishes it off.
Wow.
Really unfortunate that they ran into each other. Those two were solos, and both their partners had died.
Yep.
But they end up meeting each other and making it easier for Sky and Sky to take that. Now, the thing is, Sky and Sky, they only walk away with 2 elims, which is good, but they could have, I think they were trying to go for the 4. They knew there was 2 teams there. They're going for the 4. Didn't really work out, but at least they got 2 limbs and a lot of materials to work with.
I love those floating rocks. They help the rotations, but take a look at the scoreboard. You got 2 teams, Kinstar Tixi and Jamside SSK. They're currently tied with 4 eliminations on the leaderboard right now. Now, there's plenty of teams here. There's plenty of eliminations to go around. No problem there. 50-plus players left in the current lobby. But keep in mind, man, Keenstar and Tixi, they're currently top 5, top 10. So if they can have an outstanding game here in the last game of the day, that could shift the entire standings.
Yeah, I believe they were top 5. And since the team in first place are down, they just have to beat them.
That's right. The Kingwin duo have been eliminated. They got taken down very, very early on. So they're stuck at 11 points. They can't get any more. Up on top, you see quite a number of people up at the Dusty Diner.
Yeah, so there's 2 teams up there. There's 2 teams in Dusty Divot right now. Jamside's got a lot of materials, so they're looking good in terms of mats and a lot of shields. Look, 3 big shields and 10 minis. He can't even carry any more shields. He's maxed out on shields, so that's a good spot to be.
This is a replay from the Diner. We see Popsy there and Kling find an elimination. The replay coming in a little bit earlier. Jamside and SSK, they find eliminations there on Razor. He's been eliminated.
That point right there.
Now at the Divot, some people trying to...
SSK comes up from behind and takes him out. That is 5 elims for that team. They need 1 more to secure another point, putting a lot of pressure from both sides. There we go.
There it is.
6 elims for Jamside and SSK. That's 2 points. Do we remember what place they were on the leaderboard? They must have been high up because I feel like they've been doing well today.
That's right, they are.
They have a chance. Maybe they'll be our first team to get the Royale Flush. I really hope we see that.
Can you imagine dropping 8 points on the board in the final game? Gotta hope that is the case. Now we're...
Dusty Diner is in the safe zone, so these guys are going to replace the walls and try to hold this down, similar to how Keenstar and TC did it in the previous game. But there's another team also doing the same exact thing, and they can coexist for now just because they're not going to be forced to move out. But it seems like Popsy and Epsilon, they don't want to coexist. They want to take this from them.
No gentleman's agreement here. They want the loot.
Yes. Looks like they're going for the high ground now.
It's Carnifex and Crabble.
Sometimes they'll play aggressive just to kind of... They kind of want to test the other team. Like, do you guys have mats? Do you guys have shields? And if they find out that the other team doesn't have mats or shields, that's when they'll go aggressive and truly try to force the issue.
Yeah.
So you'll see teams sometimes make an aggressive play and then completely just back out. And it's not because they're afraid necessarily, but they just wanted to see, like, can you guys handle the pressure? And if they can, all right, we'll back up and play this differently.
Crabble and Carnifex still just chilling. They haven't made any rotations yet. You do have a duo down inside the Divot, as well as what looks like 1 player on the very edge of it, just trying to gatekeep people as they come in. But man, 50 players remain in the current lobby.
See, we're getting less and less players alive as the games go on. Because people are just, they're either getting frustrated without that they're not getting a limbs, and they're just going for it. And it's the last game, man. You got to give it everything you got. Someone's grappling across the river and using some bunny hops to try to move forward. Got hit a few times, does not have shield. He might have gone down. Or he's boxed up. Yeah, you can see on the map that he's sitting still right now, so he probably boxed up after getting hit.
He's
trying
like,
to avoid getting finished off.
Just got to chill for now.
Keenstar, Tixi. This is your moment, fellas. It's coming down to this. You guys are both healthy. You guys both have materials.
Clingers as well. Look at mats. My goodness.
The suppressed epic assault rifle is going to be very useful at long range here. It's got a tighter spread when you take your time between your shots, and it's silenced. So a little bit different than the regular assault rifle, but at this range and in this mode, I think it's going to be more useful for him, especially with how accurate Tixi is. And Keenstar. They're both extremely accurate.
And look at this home they have built for themselves. And SSK and Jamside.
They're joining the fight now. They rotated out of Dusty, and now they're here. Now it's a three-way fight between these guys. They're definitely confident.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're ready to go. I don't think they know that Carnifex and Crabble are down below. I'm sure they know there's a duo up top.
They've been playing this game very aggressively, and having 6 limbs that early, I think they're going to try to go for the most limbs in a single game. Try to beat that 11.
They very well could try. I mean, it's only 11. That is a number. It's a large number, but with 46 people left in the current lobby, it's doable. Look at Jamside and SK down below. Oh, they ripped it out.
Very smart of them.
And Kling and Pobsy heard him. They're like, wait, where's that rift? Locate the rift.
They're trying to find it.
But so is the other duo.
Oh, there it is. It's to his right. The other duo catches him with some shield tags.
Man, they got a completely free rotation there. Just being buried deep enough inside the builds.
And they are secured inside the circle. They use that rift very wisely. And you know, man, it's very smart of them to have used that rift and use it in a way where it was kind of hard to find and the other teams couldn't use it as well.
Right.
You got to be a little greedy when it comes to this. You got to make sure, hey, we're going to use this rift, but we don't want you guys to piggyback off of us. We got this rift, not you. Same thing with launchpads. You'll see teams sometimes destroying a launchpad just as they use it, so other teams can't use it.
Yeah, they can't follow up. Things like bouncing a grenade against the wall or something to take out that space, but
you can actually even just edit a floor and jump on the launchpad and then complete the edit as you're launching, and it will break the launchpad right after you use it.
There you go. Cypher PK with that insight, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Kinstar and Tixi down low. They're still okay, man. They're still, I mean,
they're building their base. They've been doing this every game.
Yep.
They're deciding to hold low ground, and typically they seem to prefer the low ground. They get a little bit more action, and it's just, I mean, it's personal preference and playstyle, and it seems like every time we watch them, they're huddled up underneath.
Now, what are we looking to do here? We got 40 players left in the lobby, 30 seconds till we get a new safe zone. The safe zone itself,
some nades coming in from Blasto.
It's like not in the best spot, right? Because you have that entire valley. That river is, space you actually have to drop down into. So this entire area is going to be rough to navigate.
It's definitely better than going up a hill, though. We've had that a few times. Have a few times today, and that takes out a lot of teams. So I'm sure they'd much prefer this than going up a hill or a mountain.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now new safe zone time. Moving north toward that corrupted zone.
Oh, great laser coming in. Fortunately for him, he does have medkits, and he has campfire, and his partner had minis for him, so that's good. They'll be able to recover. It's finishing on pretty flat ground here, so it's like even terrain for a lot of people. So it's just going to really come down to who has the best rotation, who has the most resources acquired, and who can make that rotation without getting eliminated.
So Flaxu and Madsen can find 4 more eliminations.
He was completely out of materials, by the way. His partner just dropped him half of his mats.
That was half?
Yeah, and it looks like his partner has the same amount as him. So his partner must have been maxed out on materials. They just dropped somebody in.
That's a Klinger.
That's an enemy Klinger. They took a little bit too late to realize that. I think he realized it, but his teammate did not. And they're just going in. They're going in for these limbs. His teammate's going to try to recover right here. He did get a knock. There's somebody down. So will they be able to put that pressure on that down player before he gets picked up? It seems like there's another team putting pressure from underneath them and above them.
Cypher, look at the eliminations. 9. They need 2 more to tie.
Oh, they know it. They know it, too. They're going to put a lot of pressure on this guy. They know he's weak.
Could they
Jamside and SK
2?
might be able to be our champions in terms of most limbs. The player they were going for, unfortunately, got eliminated by somebody else. They know there's a lot of resources there, and people are swarming on top of the loot stack that was out in the open. And this typically will happen. If there's loot out in the open, people will immediately try to be the first team to rotate there, because if you walk over a stack of wood and you end up picking up 1,000 wood or 1,000 brick, that is game-changing for you in the late game.
Yeah. This is it, man.
Jamside and SSK, they're so looted right now in terms of materials, and they're both very healthy. Two more limbs, ladies and gentlemen.
Cypher.
Will they be able to do it? They're putting so much pressure. They have a lot of AR ammo to work with. He even has a grappler, so if it comes down to rotating, he can make some grappler plays to try to catch somebody off guard.
Kinstar goes down. He was shotgunned by Isa there. This is all coming down to the wire. 24 players remaining in the lobby. We get the new safe zone. Look how far away. They have to go up the side of the hill there in the ravine. Jamside wants this,
They really want this. They hear some people coming in. The trap has been placed. I don't know if it was from on top. They're going to try to knock some people down into them.
They were trying. They were like, come down. Eliminations, we need them.
Oh, whoa. That was
down.
Sniped from 33 meters. He took a headshot from 33 meters. Who did that?
Oh,
SSK goes down. At least he gets to get the materials. Oh, no. Will he get the trap off? No, he doesn't. He gets it off, but it gets broken immediately. He edits down and try to put some pressure on his opponent. He knows he's weak. He's going for the finish. He needs 2 more kills. It's coming down to the wire. He needs 2 more eliminations. The storm might take him out if he's not careful. It's ticking for 10 right now, and there's a lot of builds that are not his. He's getting stuck. He's right behind somebody. Hits him.
Finds one.
One more limb. Takes the launch pad. Going for the high ground.
Rotate, there you go. Perfect. A little nook.
He needs to box up right now and play it just a little bit slower. Campfire is clutch.
Well.
One more limb from Jamside, and he is walking away with a big chunk of $25,000, or maybe he'll get 2 more and just secure the whole thing for him and his duo partner. Zeke.
This could happen, dude. This could actually happen.
And he's in a good spot. He's got a good amount of health. He's got good weapons. There's a rift. Are they going to take it? Yes, they will. They have 8 limbs, and they're in a spot to maybe even get the Royale flush.
They could do this. They need 1 more to tie.
There it is!
They just tied with Keenstar and Tixi.
Jamside
needs 1.
He's secured, but let's not forget, the other team had 8. The other team could potentially... Which team has 8 limbs? That's Genside, Blacksu, and Madsen have 8 limbs each.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
6 more limbs available for them.
Something I want to point out. They are also bush bandits, by the way.
Let's go, bush bandits! Are you talking about Jamside?
Yeah, Jamside doesn't care. Bush bandits. Jamside is looking for 1 elimination, ladies and gentlemen. He just needs 1.
He knows it too. Look how he's playing. He's going to use that grappler probably to try to get that high ground. He'll probably wait on the rotation. Okay, so Genside.
It's Boyer up top, though. That's not, I would not engage
Boyer and Octagon are in 2nd place or 3rd place right now. And if they win this.
He's going up.
He messed up. He messed up. He messed up with the grappler.
It's okay. He's making the rotation.
He needs to be careful. He needs to block his top.
Yes.
He needs to protect himself.
Just block. It's Boyer up top, dude. If he finds 1 more elimination.
He's still going for it.
No.
Oh, this is such a crazy play.
Trading,
so risky. He needs 1 more.
He fights Boyer, and Boyer takes him down. That means he'll tie with Tixi.
He was so focused on taking them out. He really wanted to take them out. Genside have 9 limbs. Genside, Madsen, and Blackstone have 9 limbs, and he might be able to pick up his partner. Look at him. There's 7 people left. That means they could get 5 more limbs.
Can you imagine if they take Victory Aldo here? That would put them in 1st place.
And they could take the 11 limbs from Keenstar.
Oh, they could. This is all coming down to the wire. That's another elimination.
They have 10 now.
Oh, is it
going to be a 3-way tie?
More?
Is it going to be a 3-way tie, or will they take it home? Boyer and his partner are putting so much pressure from the top. It's going to be closing in. He's building up. He's forcing the situation. He got pressured and taken out by Boyer.
It's Boyer.
Campfire going down from Boyer. Is he going to get the heal off? No, this is Blacksu putting down the Campfire. If Blacksu wins,
1v1v1.
that is a Royale flush for Blacksu.
Upek starting the med kit now.
Blacksu might take it. No. He's being pressured. He has to commit to it.
Yo, he did commit the elimination, but is it enough?
It's not enough. It's not enough. But it's enough.
Goes in. Blacksu Blacksu!
It was enough to tie it. We have a 3-way tie for the most elims of the day.
Are you serious? So Madsen, Blacksu.
Wow.
All right, hold on. I have to look at the scoreboard for this. Blackson and Matsu. You've got Tixi and Kinstar. And then Jamside and SSK.
Wait.
All
You're right. That is a 3-way tie.
That's a 3-way tie at 11 eliminations. So Tixi and Kinstar set the stage for day 1. In game 1, 11 eliminations. Madsen and Blacksu drop 11, and so do Jamside and SSK 7. We've got a 3-way tie for most eliminations in a single match. And on top of that,
25,000 divided by 6 different people. 3 teams. I mean, it's still good. Like,
it's still good.
Let's not brush that aside. But I'm sure one of them hoped that they got that one extra limb to really secure it. Genside and his partner were seconds away from being the first team to get a Royale flush. If Boyer or his partner did not push Genside, he would have gotten that med kit off with the 2 campfires. He would have had enough healing to win that game and be the first team to get the Royale flush. Now, unfortunately, no team got the Royale flush, but so many teams were close. And that last game was probably the most intense and the most elims coming out of these guys.
The game so far.
Now, imagine if these guys played like that from the beginning.
Ugh. That's
right?
what you got to think about, man, especially when you had the Kingwin guys up in front and then they had those 2 games where they got no points. If they just been doing this the entire time.
I think, and we'll have to wait till we see the final results, but I think the Kingwin guys have been dethroned because there was a lot of teams at the end there who did really well, and they only had a 3-point lead on 2 teams and maybe a 4 or 5-point lead on a couple other teams. So
yeah. And at minimum, Madsen and Blacksu and Jamside get 3 points. On top of, if they placed in top 5, they're going to get an extra point.
Yep.
We'll have to see how things shake out. Let's take a look at the final moments from that last game. The final game.
What a game! Look at Boyer putting pressure on Blacksu. If he did not do that, the thing is, Boyer didn't even get a chance to shoot him. Blacksu did secure that elim.
Yeah,
but
that was enough to stop him from the medkit.
But Blacksu securing that elim got them the 11th elim, which put them in the money for most elims.
Wow.